So Highlands are like the largest region of Scotland, so it's kind of like you're gonna have like the most diverse flavor profiles from, you know, a nutty characteristic, sometimes leathers. This one we've got.
Holy shit!
19-year-old.
Yeah, it's
That's illegal.
this was PX also, and this was a 2021 limited edition, or their Bayside.
60 distilleries just in one region.
Yeah, and then this is kind of the good one
Fresh
for
crack
a
or
lot
what?
of the bourbon drinkers, because you're not going to find a whole lot of peat and stuff like this. Yeah, fresh crack, and this is a Craig Ellicky.
Oh, wow.
Guys, we are here. Look at this. They talking oh shit. Richard, walk them through what you got, what we're doing, why this is special.
Yeah, so we wanted to kind of try a single malt from every region of Scotland. So we have a Highland here, a Lowland, an Island. Some people say there's only 5 regions, some people say there's 6. So if you're one of the people that say that there's only 5, the Island, represented by the Highland Park, would fall under your Highland region, which would be over here. But Highland, Lowland, Island, Isla, I believe is at the Cooley, yeah, Isla, Speyside, and Campbelltown. And we tried to get a sherried version of every single one. It looks like they're mostly between, I think, the ages of 19 and 12.
Jesus.
Some of them are cast strength. I tried to get cast strength. I tried to get single barrel if I could. Like the Bladnock stuff is kind of harder to come by down in Texas, so yeah, we had to settle for the 2020 or the 2021 release, and it should be a good time.
There you have it, man. Well, listen, as I told you, we're still on our whiskey journey. And I said, look, I still don't know enough, so I love learning from these guys, especially when you have ones that are empowered with the information to teach us all how to drink and find great effing whiskey. In this case, this is, I mean, Scotland's this place it's all started.
Oh yeah?
100%.
So you go, what better place to learn from the people who, where it began?
The mecca of whiskey, so to speak.
Yeah, over 100 distilleries over there. We got to get over there. So guys, you're here with us today. Jamarcus is there. And I said, Tim, you know that all the distilleries are in Scotland. He says, you want to go? I said, absolutely. So we could be doing that in the next year or so. Just hit as many as we can, get over to Scotland, see what's going on, and having a good time, of course. So what better way? He's brought us Scotland by region, man.
Very cool.
Where are we starting, Richard?
Well, we can start with the Highlands. So Highlands are like the largest region of Scotland, so it's kind of like you're gonna have like the most diverse flavor profiles from there, because generally the way people perceive, or the way it goes is you can taste the region that the Scotch was made in the Scotch. So if you're, you know, an island region and you're by the coast, or you're gonna get some of the more maritime notes. Because the Highland region is so big, you have some that are closer to the coast, some that are further inland. So because of that, you have a much more diverse flavor profile in the Highlands region than you kind of would in some of the other regions. So this Highland we picked was an Edgerdour, and this is a heavily sherried Edgerdour. I think this one's PX. Yeah, this is a 12-year PX.
Nice.
317 bottles. And it looks like this was a specs pick.
Very cool.
Edgerdour, I think, is they're owned by Signatory, so they usually get access to some pretty good barrels.
Woo! On the glass before, and smell it afterwards. Now, what are the notes? What are we getting on this, man? And why did you buy this bottle? What makes this one special for you?
Well, so usually I generally like sherried whiskeys, you know, sherried Scotch. So that's kind of why everything I brought was sherried, specifically the Oloroso stuff and the PX stuff. I also like Fino sherry stuff. I just like the flavor profile it imparts on the single malt. Everything from you know, red fruits to you know, hazelnut or you know, a nutty characteristic, sometimes leathers. I like or dark coffee sometimes, espresso notes, chocolate notes. I usually get a lot of that stuff in some of the sherry finish.
Interesting. Jimmy, what are you getting over there, man?
The nose is beautiful.
Man, it is so soft. And nice. Scotch, this is Scotch, right?
Oh yeah, full-fledged Scotch.
I'm like this. He says single malt. I'm like, oh, this is Scotch.
And this is one barrel. But like just like
That's
at
it.
work, you know, when we're popping barrels, this was one, you know, single barrel. This is the only thing that I've brought, or these are the only two that were a blend. Everything else is single barrel.
The nose is nice.
You can smell it all day.
Oh yeah.
It's like sweet and savory, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's beautiful. I'm gonna dive in, take a
Go
nip.
ahead, man. I mean, that's what he brought it for. Now, Richard, what gets you so excited about Scotch, man?
I mean, a lot of things, like the tradition of it, you know, the heritage of it, the way people devote their entire lives to it, the apprenticeships of it, the way that, unlike some of the American whiskeys, you know, some single malts can go, you know, 40 years, 50 years and keep going in the barrel and picking up flavors that like, you wouldn't be able to do that with some of the stuff in America.
That's due to climate, correct?
Due to climate, due to the fact that they're using refilled barrels, due to the fact that it's 100% barley, due to the fact that they're not, you know, always charring. There's a lot of different, you know.
What about barley allows it or gives it that 50-year, like 30, 40-year, like, yeah, like how does it, why is barley different than
I'm
wheat?
not exactly sure why. I know that I think there's, you know, there's less sweetness than the corn. And then, so like with bourbon, it's also a level 4 char virgin oak barrel. So like you're getting a big, you know, hit of wood initially, right? You know, some of these are barrels that were already used for wine. So by the time they dump Scotch into them, like that first, you know, hit of oak is kind of been
pulled out.
Exactly, and then they're also not, you know, putting them on the 6th floor of the highest, you know, the rick house at, you know, where it's 140 degrees up there and just cooking.
And Scotland has a lot of humidity, right? I think it's a wet region and a cool wet region, which is perfect for aging whiskey, right?
Yep. And I also think that, so for me, they're able to take on a wider variety of flavors than you know, bourbons and ryes that we get here in America. I love bourbons and ryes that we get here in America, but like there's more savory notes in here. You'll get barbecue notes in here. You'll get, you know, smoky notes in here, pine notes. On some of the more complex old stuff, I've gotten, like, when you open like a TV or like a PlayStation, that new electronic smell, you get that on stuff. Like, I mean, magic marker notes. Just weird, you know, different.
Off-putting, but weird, but still cool.
I just feel like there's more colors, you know, in Scotch.
No, I agree. I think it's cool, like, especially as you develop your palate. Like, somebody that's new to whiskey, it might be harder for them to appreciate Scotch as opposed to somebody who's been drinking, like, more. You know, for a newbie, I don't know if it's a great starter. Some people can do it straight out the, you know, straight up. You know, I guess to each his own, but I know for me, I wasn't a big fan of Scotch at first. There was a few that I liked. Balvenie was one of the first ones I really enjoyed. But now, every Scotch I've tried now that my palate's charred a little bit more and I have some age to my whiskey life, so to speak, I like Scotch a lot.
Well, shit, I don't think I would like it if Richard didn't make it make sense.
It's a little bit less sweet, and I like that, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
You definitely taste the sherry influence for sure.
I get a cherry note on here. I get a leather, like a very nice leather on here. I get a charcoal note, which is pretty cool. And then like a dark, like a high cacao chocolate note.
Man, it's savory and sweet. I don't even know what I almost wanted to say black currant at one point. I tasted like but it's so cool. Like, I get this savory note, and I almost want to say like fried chicken, but I don't want to say fried chicken. But that similar savory kind of smell, it's just reminiscent to me of. But
man, well that first pour is delicious, man. And why would you start someone there, man?
So good, dude.
What's the leather note on there?
It's really good, man.
Is that because it's like low proof or something?
No, it's actually it doesn't sip rough, but that's a cast strength whiskey. What is it, 55?
56.8.
Yeah.
So 113 something.
Yeah.
So 113.6, what? Or 113.5, I don't know. Whatever it is,
That's
I can't add.
tasty. That's
I
tasty.
can't add.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I mean, I also had I had one of these that was not PX but completely Oloroso, and remember that was the one Stan liked.
Ah!
Yeah, so, yeah.
In the leather case.
Yeah.
I like Oloroso
Damn.
too.
So
Was that the red leather case?
No, that was the Cavalon.
He gave me the last pour of that one. Holy
That was really
shit.
good. That Cavalon was.
When I tell you, them fucking things were delicious.
I want more of that.
Dude, unbelievable. Seriously.
Yeah, let's find some. We'll buy them.
That Cavalon's crazy.
That is really good. Thanks for letting
And
us
this
try
is in
that.
what part of Scotland?
This is the Highland region.
The Highland.
Highland region. Okay. Okay.
Name some other brands from the Highland region.
Glendronach
Okay.
is a pretty big one.
That's a
from
good one
Highland.
too, right?
Yep. Deanston is from the Highlands.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I knew you would know. I'm a novice when it comes to Scotch, although I'll dive in as I get older. Right now I'm a whiskey blendy.
Lowlands is trickier.
This is crazy
Is
presentation.
this a fresh crack?
It's a fresh crack, and it's 19 years old, so it's the oldest one we've got.
Holy shit!
19-year-old.
Yeah, it's
That's how legal.
this was PX also, and this was the 2021 limited edition, or the 2021 release for them. And it's, I mean, if you're gonna, like the Lowland region there, I think there's only 5 distilleries or something. There's a few
Okay.
amount of distilleries down there.
That's the least of all of them. you
Yeah.
think?
Well, no, Campbelltown is now.
Okay.
But like,
Look at that topper. How cool is
yeah. So in Texas, you know, if we're trying to get heavily sherried, a lowland whiskey, at this age range, we're kind of limited on selection for what you can find at retail. Actually, I just had this one. I just haven't opened it yet.
that? Got paper towel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The color on it's nice though, especially for even being proofed down.
It's beautiful. So what's it proofed at?
I think it's like 47.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's super dark for that.
Yeah.
Proof. Yeah,
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Go for it.
Oh, I will.
I tell you, man, Monday's never been better, man. Literally, bro. Who would think? Now, he drinks for a living, so.
Well, he drinks for a living and for fun.
Hey! You like his Blum coming?
Good time, man.
This is the best. This is best to be like
I
shit.
think when you gotta drink for work, it's sometimes it's not as enjoyable because you gotta talk fast all the time.
Yeah, I mean it's
It's fun and not fun. Sorry.
yeah. It's exactly.
This is a cool.
In some ways, you get to do what you love for work, so it makes work more fun. But then in other ways, when what you do is it's work, it can take a little bit of the fun out of the
100%.
love for it. Yeah,
Just the stress part.
Exactly, and especially when it's on the creative side.
Yeah, because you compete with yourself,
Yeah.
right? And you're only as good as your last fucking blend.
Exactly.
And look, all your blends that been
Bro,
coming
but
out,
you-
man.
but-
Sometimes there's a time crunch, you know.
Yeah, 100%. That Cherry Garcia though, wow, can't wait for that.
Yeah, I'm pumped for that.
I think it's cool.
I think that's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's got some time, but it's working for sure. That's a beautiful bottle, to say the least. I mean, look at that topper with a 23 on it,
Oh man, that's tough.
isn't it? And it's heavy.
Oh damn, that's got some weight.
See the thing,
That
right?
thing's sick, bro.
And how'd you learn about this one, man?
It's just like I try stuff from all the different regions, and there's not a lot of lowlands out there.
Lowlands?
Yeah,
What is
lowland
that?
That's
whiskey.
the area
that's the
it's from.
region.
So Highland, Lowland.
It's funny because the lowland region is the second biggest region from like a acreage kind of like the size of it, but there's only 5.
So it's like
They're less than 5
North Kansas City, South Kansas City.
He's speaking in Kansas City terms. We got you now.
Yeah, you feel me?
So what are going to be the biggest differences you can see between Highland and Lowland?
Since both of them are kind of bigger, regions, it's kind of harder to like, nail them down on a flavor profile. So like Isla's easy because
They're all over
it's
the
easier,
place.
yeah, because it's an island, and so they're
More understandable.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get you because these are so spread apart.
Yeah.
And more area that they cover a wide variety of flavor profiles as opposed to the island. You said?
Yeah. Let's see if I can pull up that map.
Now, guys, if you're out there trying to get into Scotch, do not start with this type of collection.
Well, you can, but you may not like it, and then you spend a bunch of money.
This is not a place you begin unless you're with an expert. And I've just got beginner's luck. I keep bumping into all the right people and scratching my head. I say, how did I get so lucky? What'd you say this was?
That is extremely easy to drink. It's like there's nothing to it,
Oh my gosh.
and it's got a great flavor.
And this is only like, this is under 100 though. But the flavor's crazy.
No, I think it's over 100.
46.7%.
Oh no, yeah, you're right.
Ain't that crazy? 19-year-old Gucci.
Yeah.
And she still got flavor.
90, 91 something, 92. So like right there, like what Blanton's would be.
But this has way more depth.
So here we are.
So good.
I would drink this instead. Oh, there we go.
So you see Highlands, you see how big of that region is? That's the first one we did, that yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you say like, you know, when it's by the ocean, it kind of tastes like the ocean. Well, it's like, well, you can be by the ocean, you can be in the middle of, you know, the middle of the whole country. So
Yeah.
that's why you have a wider kind of variety of flavor. The green is the lowlands right there.
Damn.
So
That's a big,
same
that's
kind of
big.
thing.
Yeah, you get all aspects of it.
Even though there's not as many distilleries there, they're spread out, you know, across a wide variety, or a wide space of land. So it's
So
harder
the
to
smallest
say.
is this purple region, or the mustard color?
Technically, I think the smallest region would be Isla, because it's that one or smaller.
Oh, right down here.
Yeah, the red.
Okay, got you. Didn't even see that one.
But
Wow, that's super small. So their profile is pretty much the same through and through.
when I was reading, some people did say that they would characterize lowlands as light and floral.
This is good.
Let's say you go to Scotland. What region do we start in if we're going to the distillery that you have to, like, you got to go shake their
You
hand?
go to first.
I mean, my favorite stuff's gonna be in I don't want to say my very favorite stuff's gonna be in Isla or Campbelltown.
Okay.
Because like Lafroig and
Lafroig, yeah.
Springbank and those
Springbank.
are my very favorites.
I like Lafroig.
That being said, I got to get to all of them and
Springbank is good. You gave us some of that last at the blendery. Remember we had that Springbank? That purple label?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, it was good.
Jeez.
This is like kind of a sister bottle to that, you know,
Okay.
when we get our way to Campbelltown.
Man.
No, this is nice too. This is totally different profile to me, but super good.
So one of the things we would encourage you guys to do, especially if you see us in the future, hey, comment and let us know where you'd like to see us go, because this dude's gonna give you know the goosebump reaction, give you perspective on why he's enjoyed it. I can't wait. I literally have to be there to see him there. I like dude, because he's be like a kid in a candy shop, you know.
Oh, it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
The reactions are great.
Hey, it'd be ridiculous if he
Priceless.
gets like a custom back behind
I'm
this.
going with 2 suitcases, a full one and an empty one to bring back the, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That would be a
We need a
blast.
few people so we can declare a bunch.
Get a cool raspberry thing in here a little bit.
So good.
Ah, I can see that now. That's
And the mouthfeel is so nice, and it's well rounded. They did a good job on this one.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You know,
Is this a single in barrel too, or?
no, this one's a
This is a
bigger
batch.
blend. Yeah, this is a 2021 release, so they kind of made a lot of it.
Well, they did a good job.
Yeah, and so I would say a lot of these are going to take water better than, you know, some of the whiskeys we're used to in America. So I mean, we could have played with, you know, dropping a drop of
So
water.
you mean
or
like
two.
on the cask strengths to like drop
Yeah.
a couple drops of water?
Yeah,
might really open it.
Yeah, I would say usually, you know, with American stuff, I only like to drop a water in it about, you know, 10% of the time.
I was about to say,
I
not
think it
often,
improves
right?
it. Yeah.
How often do I don't even think I do it barely.
But with Scotch, it opens things up easier. I think it's I'm closer to half the time on Scotch and like 10% of the time on American stuff.
Are single malts kind of the same way? Where they do better with water? Do you think,
The American single malts,
or just single malts in general?
I think so a little bit. I just think they open up easier.
Seems like the ones you guys got, the water works well
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I like that vibe.
Well, guys, I knew that he was
Super
bringing
good.
something hearty. So, I mean, like some good whiskey here with the Y, not an E. And I said, man, this bourbon will help
Oh,
suffice.
is it whiskey with just a Y in Scotland?
If it's not American, it's only got a Y. If it's American, it's an EY.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Didn't know that.
little light stuff like
So
that.
that's American English versus whatever, Old English.
You could that's a good way to look
English
at it.
It's like old world, new world in wine.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. I love that. See, that's the cool thing about whiskey. You always keep learning stuff. Now I knew there was 2 spellings. I didn't know the meaning. and behind it. So
Yeah, trust me.
very cool.
It's only because I'm trying to keep up. So I can read, so I go read everything.
100%.
Look, so where we going to next, man?
Speyside.
Speyside.
Yeah, kind of a big deal. Like the place that has the more distilleries than anywhere else in Scotland.
One of the famous regions
yeah.
too, right? Speyside.
Damn. He said, damn.
Yeah, they have over 60 distilleries in Speyside.
60 distilleries just
Yeah.
in one region?
Yeah, and then this is kind of the good one
Fresh
for
crack
a
or
lot
what?
of the bourbon drinkers, because you're not going to find a whole lot of peat and stuff like this. Yeah, fresh crack, and this is a Craig Ellicky,
Oh
which I
wow.
love Craig Ellicky.
So didn't he work with another distillery? Is this that guy?
Oh, that's Glen Alky.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Billy Walker. Yeah, no.
My
So
bad.
this is no, all good, man.
I get those things
This
confused.
is a 13-year-old first fill sherry butt.
Wow, first fill.
Yep, it was done. I think it was a pick for. This might have been for specs too.
Damn. So do they go to over there?
Look at the color on that
this
shit,
one's
dude.
dark. This is dark.
And that's like a heavy sherry finish because it almost looks red
First
almost.
fill, so they put it in after they dumped the wine. This was the first thing to go in it, so it retained a bunch of that color, didn't it?
Yeah, 13 years old, 55.9.
Sheesh.
Beautiful.
So that's what first fill means.
So yeah, first fill. It's like so. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right, right?
Yeah.
So it's after they dumped the sherry, the first thing to go in it was this whiskey, Scotch whiskey.
Yeah,
Love that
Speyside
sound.
has like there's a river Spey there that's kind of famous for the Scotch because it's like I guess it's rich in minerals and stuff like that, and so they use that to
Where's
make a
your
lot of
glass?
Speyside whiskey.
Please and thank you.
Will you hand me a paper towel? Just wipe your glass out.
How much would you say that this like the last whiskey affects this one? Pretty much or no?
Depending, like on your palate or in the glass.
Both.
In the glass, it like I wiped it out with a paper towel. It definitely.
You want to wipe it out, right?
Yeah, it can definitely affect it. And then if your palate, like it depends if you like. I sip some water usually in between, or you know, how much
cleanses
time.
it out?
Yeah. How much time or how much of a break you take in between them.
And Richard, how long should this type of Scotch / whiskey open up? Like
Aerate.
Yeah.
They usually say, you know, the general rule is like a minute in the glass for every year.
Yeah.
So 13
about
minutes.
13 minutes.
So maybe just take a sip and let it chill. It's, oh, I like that. I don't know who that is.
What are you thinking, Richard?
There's a lot of stuff in there I like, and there's something in it that I don't like.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes
I'll put
you know,
it to you.
fresh crack. It might go away with air. You know, a lot of times it'll go away with air.
Jimmy, what's your thoughts?
It's kind of a lot going on in there.
Because it's got a good nose. It smells very
It's definitely the most complex of all of the ones so far.
It's nice. It's got a little charcoal pit on the back.
It's like if I was
Definitely
hanging out with a
charcoal,
mule
for
or
sure.
something. Like I'm hanging out with a donkey when I'm drinking this thing.
It's good. It's got a little smoke to it.
Definitely has some smoke.
But it's crazy because that's the finish. The front of the front of it. It's not. It's like real.
Soy sauce?
Yeah. Salt like a salty soy sauce.
Shit.
The nose is crazy. It's like really changing too. I think it does need to sit and open a little
Yeah. It's like, man, that is interesting.
because it's evolving.
Yeah. And I mean, we just fresh cracked it too. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Had it been open and had some air in there, would that'll probably help it open up too.
Yeah, and I find air helps, especially the
Sherry
cherry.
finish.
Yeah.
But it's tasty still. It just tastes different.
Yeah, I think it needs a little air. Swirl it, give it a little air.
Definitely a charcoal note for sure.
Charcoal, huh?
Yeah, I got charcoal.
There's
Not
also,
bad charcoal though. Almost like a burnt piece. Yeah, almost like a burnt piece that's like a brisket that was got too burnt,
Yeah.
or the burnt end without any sauce on it.
Yeah.
The burn in without the
There's
salt.
fruit too.
Yeah, the front's fruity. That's what I mean. It changes.
Like orange or pear.
Very complex, dude.
Yeah.
Loads of flavor in there. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute because I feel like it just needs a few more minutes.
A few more minutes to get right up.
It's right. Just want it to like open up. The color's magnificent.
It ain't cooperating, huh? This is the fun part of the whiskey thing, because every now and then you go into an investigative mode and you try to figure out what could make it better. Richard, have you ever actually blended any of the scotches that you have?
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes
It's,
sense.
well, we tried to make me and a friend made we tried to make our version of Johnny Walker.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
How close did you guys get?
It's hard to get the exact kind of bottlings that you would need to get, you know, to get that profile right on.
Yeah.
But we had fun with it, and we made something that was pretty great.
That's cool.
Yeah. Kleinleash, Glenkinchie, a Coela, and then I can't remember what the fourth malt that we used was. Baldini, maybe?
Got a little menthol in there?
I can't remember.
I put a drop of water.
What did it do?
Me
Did it
too.
open it up?
Got a little like eucalyptus or menthol.
Definitely that. It also made it smell like the charcoal is like
Coming
wet
through more.
ash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when you
It's
like
coming
when it
through
gets-
more, right?
Yeah, like when the charcoal's already cooked and like you get rain in it.
Yeah, like you're cleaning out the fire
Yeah.
pit, the pit, and it's like that, all that soot that's all
exactly.
dried up. Or not dried up, but like clumped up, rather.
Yeah. I
Almost
still get that
sandy.
soy thing, man. Even like kind of like with a hot sticker.
I get a little soy sauce smell.
Soy sauce, huh? Soy sauce and whiskey, that can't get good together.
Well, it's cool that you get that from it.
I think the water helped it.
Did it? Open it up some?
Yeah. I don't think it helped the nose, but I think it helped the palate.
Really?
Well, I think also the time.
Yeah,
the,
that's true, too.
the palate's a lot better than it was with
call,
that
Jimmy.
drop.
Yeah.
I think the time too. I think it opening up.
Did you try yours? Talk to me.
It tastes a lot better
yes.
with that drop of water.
There's a cool
Not as much charcoal on the palate with the water.
Damn, man.
I like it. I'm gonna tell you, I like it. I think it's cool.
I do too.
I like unique
I think it's gonna
shit.
get better too.
Oh, absolutely. And I think it's going to get better in that bottle as it sits too. Like you go revisit that the next time, you're going to be like, holy shit.
I want the fruit to come out more.
So
Yeah, the
for
fruit kind of
me-
went away with
I get the charcoal, I get the like a minerality in it, I get the soy thing, I get like a dark, maybe like dark chocolate or espresso bitterness, something like that.
Yeah, I'm getting that soy now. A lot more.
And this is after you added the water, man?
Well, I think, yeah, I added water, but I think the time too is helping it.
Time.
Yeah, the aeration.
Sheesh.
So I didn't add water to mine. However, I let it breathe. And for me, I actually get, what was it? Fruit roll-ups.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, and then you're talking about fruit, but I'm like, yo. And that's in the mid palate for me personally. It was like a burst of flavors.
I get that too. Like without adding water, I got fruit forward, and then it transitioned into like smoke and I don't want to say ash, smoke and coal, like a charcoal, or like I said, a burnt piece of charred meat. Mm-hmm. But
The more I sip, the more fruit's coming out for me, which is kind of what I hoped would happen.
You wanted be a little eye opening, huh?
I see what you mean about the menthol too.
Yeah, agreed.
it's good.
You know,
That would
the
be
leather.
That would be so good with a cigar.
That makes sense.
It's got a good mouthfeel.
Yeah.
I'm only here for the food, people.
I've been taking really small sips, and I just took a nice chew of one. And that was
Richard,
good.
what do you like on your burgers, man?
Depends on the burger. Usually lettuce, onions, ketchup, mayo.
Ketchup and mayo.
That's a lamb and venison burger.
Oh, cool.
You don't like mustard?
Yeah, I like mustard.
Want some pickles? You're not a pickle person.
I don't like it.
Now that's interesting.
Not drinking whiskey might fuck it up.
Yeah.
That vinegar.
Hey, I just had some. It tasted fine.
You got a fried egg on yours.
Man, I stack mine like a fat Negro.
That's how you do it.
I just want to make sure I get it right. I came literally just for the what's called. Richard, where are we going to next, man?
Next
To the moon,
Campbelltown.
Alice.
Who?
Next is Campbelltown.
Oh, what's the Campbelltown?
Campbelltown.
We're gonna keep going down the line. Campbelltown's cool, man. It used to be. I think it was at one point in time. I was reading. I believe they said it was the whiskey capital of the world at one point in time.
So it's not that anymore?
It had over 30 distilleries there.
Oh.
Like I think they were saying like 1850s or around that time, business got bad, and so it
Fell off.
Yeah, there's only 3 distilleries there now.
Wow.
That's where Springbank is. That's where. You sent me a picture of that Glen Scotia you had.
Oh, yeah.
They're Campbelltown.
We had that Glen Scotia. I remember texting you.
Wow. So Springbank, I've liked everything I've had from Springbank.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
They're solid.
I've liked everything.
Everything I've had.
Yeah. Some stuff has been outrageous, and some stuff's been just okay. Almost all of it's been outrageous,
have
and a
that?
few things.
I know. Remember I texted him the picture?
Yeah. Dang.
Look, I sent this to Richard, but I don't remember who fucking gave me that shit.
Yeah.
It was like, hey man, try this. And I was like, I gotta send this to Richard.
What'd y'all think of it?
Dude,
Liked
that was
it.
good. That
Yeah.
was good. It got like I let it do what you guys did. I think to Jamarcus's point, the more it's set, the less I'll use the word noise it made,
We have
and the
another
more
one?
soul it made. Huh?
We have another glass.
Yeah. Take any. All these are clean.
I just want to. I'm gonna pour this. The last one, I want to pour it and let it sit out for as long as we keep doing this, and then taste it at the very end.
Yeah, smart.
Because it kept getting better and better and better. And
I think you just let that one just chill.
Yeah. Just let it
Swirl it a
so
little
we
bit.
can all check it out.
Good call.
Man,
I like it.
it's delicious.
I guess I gotta buy more scotch.
That's what I'm saying. I'm getting kind of the Scotch thing a little bit.
Scotch is growing.
We need to go shopping.
Ooh,
We need to hit a store
hit a
one day
store, man.
when you got
Just take the
time.
Osmo.
Yeah.
Wherever we'll go by you, wherever
Yeah.
by you, and so we can buy. I want to pick up some good scotches.
Best
Maybe
Scotch
like
selection
5
I
or
know of
6.
is the Specs in Allen.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, or the Specs in Dallas.
So then I'll just have you give me like a good 5 ones that are available right now, and I'll just go buy them.
Dude, or we can make an episode
Yeah,
out of
I'll
it,
go
man.
with you.
We all
That'd
go
be
together,
fun.
man. Go check it out. How to shop for Scotch
That'll be
or
fun.
whiskey in general.
This one's pretty awesome. So this is Campbelltown, and this is from the distillery that does Springbank.
Nice.
So they do Hazelburn, Long Grow, and Springbank. So I think,
This distillery.
yeah, I
So
think
are those their brands, or do they just are those brands sourced?
those are them.
Okay.
So the Long Grow is peated, and then the Springbank they do after the Long Grow, and so sometimes you get a little bit of the smoke
From the- got it.
And then this they do last. I want to say this is triple distilled, or it's they distill it several times, and it's kind of the cleaner of the 3. And this one's heavily sherried, as you can tell.
So they run the clear liquor through 3 times.
I need to read it. I want to say. I don't want to be wrong.
No, that's cool.
but
That's cool.
yeah, I believe that they do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Triple distilled.
Wow.
Hazelbird single malt Scotch whiskey is triple distilled, free of artificial coloring, and is also not chill filtered. This will cause a slight natural haze to form when it is cold, but it will disappear when the temperature returns to normal.
Oh,
That's
is
all the roses.
So who all does that? Triple distilled. Not a lot of people.
Not a lot. It used to be more of a standard practice. I think Auchentoshan, which is another lowland, which they're kind of. There's not a lot of lowlands, so
Okay.
but I want to say they triple distill.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Is there any American spirits that do that for whiskey?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think so for whiskey.
For vodka?
Yeah, definitely a lot for vodka.
Yeah, triple distilled. I've seen that before. Vodka.
Yeah, I was just curious for whiskey how that would make things or change things.
This is one I think that people are like flipping, or that one.
Did you wash it out? You want to wash it up?
This is one of the ones that might sit on
Yeah,
the
I'll
shelf
get it.
for a day, but outside of that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
15-year-old. I think the Outturn was 9,000 bottles, so it's not a single barrel. This was a blend.
Sheesh.
I love that.
This one, I'm like getting mustard or something, man. This is odd.
I get teriyaki.
I get teriyaki, man. I'm about to go to P.F. Chang's after this.
Is that enough? One more.
Oh, but that's the flavor on it's crazy.
Yeah, I get teriyaki and like an orange glaze.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect it to taste like that. That's ridiculous. Oh yeah.
That's good stuff.
How old is this one?
15.
Oh yeah, so it's only gonna get better.
Yeah, the youngest whiskey.
I
is
know I was about to
15.
jump into this. It's all good.
Oh, yeah, it's
But I'll
a blend.
definitely be eating one later for sure. So I can just heat it up.
It's kind of a tiny little bit of like before the finish starts, but as the palate ends, it has a little bit of that like if you ever mixed like Sprite with orange sherbet, like the the way they do that like kids Halloween punch or something like that.
sherbet punch.
Yeah, it's got a lemon lime orange kind of thing.
What's crazy is like the nose on all of these is very savory,
Yeah.
as opposed to what I'm used to on noses being sweet, right?
Yeah.
So it's like savory, but then the palate's super sweet. It's cool.
So,
Super sweet.
The American stuff, you get all the corn, for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sweetness, and then
100%.
that char of the virgin oak, the wood sugars and stuff like that. So it's just a sweeter kind of thing.
That boy going ham on that burger, boy. Is it good, cuz? I'm gonna get you a napkin ready for whenever you need it.
Let's say.
Them eggs dripping like a motherfucker. That's how you do it too. That's what they call a sloppy Susie.
Don't put it down. Hold it the whole time.
Now we gotta go find Susie.
Shit, I'll leave it dripping like that. Just kidding. Not. All right, let me go in on this. This smells cool. It's crazy. I get like goddamn. I can't think of the Chinese dish, but I smell something like it.
It's not teriyaki? I get teriyaki.
I get something. It makes me think of the Chinese, man. God, that's so cool. I'm enamored by that smell.
It's a
That
great
is crazy
pour.
how you picked out that punch that you guys were talking about.
You get it a little bit?
Yeah.
The orange sherbet
Yeah.
Sprite thing?
Oh wow, that's so tasty.
Yeah.
They did good on this blend.
And the thing is too, like these, especially the heavily sherried ones, they get better and better all the way down. The more air you get into, I mean, you can't park it for 3 years; it'll go to shit. But like if you like,
What do you mean? So you can't keep these bottles for 3 years?
well,
though?
like if I took this, like right now, we love this, right? And
Yeah.
what if I was like, oh man, this is fantastic. I'm gonna go put this on the shelf until my friend gets back from war in 2 years. You know what I mean? This pour is gonna be terrible in 2 years. There's so much air in the
'Cause the
bottle.
air's gonna kill it.
Exactly. That
You'd
being
want to
said-
move it to a small sample bottle.
That being said, this bottle's been open for about a year-ish. I've been working my way all the way down it, and right now, with a year of being open and this much air in the bottle and heavily sherried like that, it's in the sweet spot. Like it's in the money zone. It's perfect right
So let me ask you this: so a bottle like this, at halfway, you still got a lot of time. But as it gets, the lower it gets, the less the time the more you need to encourage yourself to drink it because you
Yeah.
don't want it to go bad.
Absolutely.
And it could go bad within a year. if it was-
Especially when you're down here.
That's
you know
what I mean.
Like
so you wanted to kill that in the next 6 months.
exactly. Nailed it.
So would argon gas or even moving it like he said to a smaller vessel,
Both of those.
would those still be able to preserve it?
Yeah.
Or okay.
I would throw it in a smaller, like a 100 milliliter or something like that, 200.
And like the thing is, like if after like we air this out and we go, oh my goodness, it tastes so much better after it's gotten some airtime. And this isn't something that I particularly want to save. Matter of fact, I want to do this more. I might, pour this in another bottle, keep 2 of them, and then leave them sitting there with air in the bottle to accelerate it getting to that
Or a
spot.
crystal decanter that
exactly.
breathes.
Yep.
Man. That's pretty cool.
Interesting.
That's pretty
This
cool.
man, I love this Hazelburn, man.
It's super tasty, bro.
Yeah.
And it's so unique on that nose. I still can't. I'm gonna say what you said, but I keep thinking like this place I used to go get my food from was a Chinese shack.
Oh yeah, that teriyaki's coming in, man.
That's what it reminds me of.
There's a charcoal on the nose too that I don't get as much on the
I'm thinking more
palate.
so beef and broccoli.
That's coming out a little. It's evolving. The nose is changing a little bit too.
I'm getting that beef and broccoli.
See what I'm saying? It's something like that, right?
Yeah.
God, it's so cool.
So Campbelltown's also like it's also on the water, so it's you get that salinity a little bit too.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
from the salt air.
Let me pull that map up.
And how does the salt air impact the whiskey barrels?
I feel like you can just taste a little bit more of that coastal maritime element. It's not as bad as Isla where you get as much brine or seaweed or.
This might be my favorite so far.
You see, here's that
Out of all these.
map we had, and so there's Campbelltown. White is actually the water. You know what I mean? So
Like a fried.
You're on the water.
Fried. What's like a fried? Not a fried wonton, but like a fried something.
the dumpling, the pot sticker,
Maybe something like that.
or egg rolls.
Maybe it's like a fried something like that. It's like a fried Asian dish.
Fried rice with soy sauce.
Man,
Oh,
it's
like
cool.
Peking duck.
I fucking love it. Whatever the fuck, Peking duck. I like
That's
it.
good stuff, man.
No, fuck yeah. This is
Yeah.
good though. Thanks for sharing
One of
this
the
one.
best meals I've
this
ever
this
had.
might be my favorite one yet today.
It's also, part of that. Don't get me wrong, this bottle was great as soon as we opened it, and I've loved every pour I've had out of it. But part of it's like what we're talking about.
It's in its
it's
zone.
it's in that sweet spot.
And we only got what, one more to dry?
Two
Two more, but
One
one.
more. Yeah, we got to go to Isla, and then we got Island. So that's the other thing we'll talk about too. Some people,
I
depending
always
on
thought it was Islay.
I did too. I was gonna even ask, like, where's Islay in there?
That's Isla.
Isla.
Or Isla, yeah.
depending on who you talk to, some people say there's only 5 regions.
And which one would they take out?
So the island region they would lump into Highlands, which is already massive. So
And so the people that determine this, what do they say?
I don't know. Like I don't even know if
There's
there's
probably
like a
some
particular
Scotch society,
Yeah. Like I don't even know who gets to decide.
there's somebody in Scotland that decides that. There's some kind of ringleader.
Hierarchy to it, huh? Yeah.
Well, I would think. You would think, just like there is for bourbon, right? In America.
That Hazelburn,
Yeah,
man.
there's for wine too, for European wines.
That is seriously some tasty juice, brother.
Yeah, but that's really good, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Like it.
All of them were good, but that is definitely taking the cake for me so far too.
Same.
All right, so we're gonna go to Isla. Oh, that's Space Side. Isla. Okay, so cool. This is a Coila. So Coila is actually they're owned by Diageo, I think. So most of their stuff that they release under their own label is going to be like a bigger blended project, and then a lot of the stuff that they do outside of that is either sold to independent bottlers or used by Diageo for blends and things like Johnny Walker. So getting good single barrels from them through independent bottlers is kind of like the best way to go, in my opinion, for some of the better Coilas that I've had. Yeah, this is going to be from Isla. This one's 9 years old. Generally, I find that like when they're like heavily peated, like Islas are, or like some Islas are, I can get away with younger age. So this one's 9 years old, and sometimes they come through a little bit more powerful and a little bit more oomphy. But when they have some smoke to them, I don't mind that nearly as much. Can I grab another glass? I actually want to keep these two going.
Keep them separate.
But yeah, here's another one where it's just, you look at that color, heavily sherry.
These colors are intense.
Yeah.
Super
This is another one that's first fill sherry, cask number 101. It looks like this was a specs pick, 695 bottles.
Nice.
9-year-old. Yep. And this one's gonna have way more smoke and peat than anything that we've gotten to already so far.
Yeah, I cleared this out already. This one's a peaty.
Yep. Although I can already smell a great fruit note. That's from the wine for sure. It's a grape or like a cranberry.
How old is this one?
9.
Yes, man.
Oh yeah. I can smell the grape and
Yeah, I smell the
Grape, and then right behind it's like a pine.
It's nice.
some sweet with sugar in it.
Yeah.
And a barbecue pit.
Yeah, I get a grape, a cranberry, like a pine, and then exactly that barbecue pit. That's smoke.
Oh yeah. Even like the barbecue potato chips.
Yeah.
Hey, look. I ain't got none.
That's a heavy barbecue, man.
Oh yeah,
You smell that, man?
this is Kansas City
some
Joe's.
mesquite in there, man.
And the flavors you get on the finish, you'll get that smoke, but not on the palate. Like front, mid, nothing. Then it comes through.
You stay on the mesquite, you can get to salt, like just straight.
It's
salt,
so good, yeah.
Like
Holy
ocean
shit.
mist
This is crazy,
spray.
And watch, in like 2 or 3 minutes, this nose is gonna change a little bit. It's gonna lighten up some.
So what made you choose this one, Richard?
Well, I was the goal for all of them was to try to find. I wanted, if I could do a single barrel, that's what I grabbed, especially if it was sherried in that age range of between 9 and 19-ish, years old.
Yeah.
I was trying to get cast strength if I could, and not a blend if I could. So the region, kind of like how we were talking about, some regions have a lot more distilleries than others. That
There goes
that
the
would kind
fruit.
of help you depending on what your options were. That's why for lowland I had to pick a blend. But yeah, for this it was that hit all the parameters. 9-year-old single barrel. That's a good barrel that was picked from Isla. And
Now the wine's coming through.
good
Now the
smoke on it.
sherry's coming through on the nose
Yeah.
now. You can get a lot
This
more.
is, man, this is a very
if you had to-
interesting one.
It's intense.
It is. It's super unique.
Now it's also got that clean antiseptic
Yeah.
thing going on in a little bit.
100% like
That
the
clean
like that
antiseptic.
yellow
You
Listerine.
smell it. No,
At a
it smells-
hospital.
Like Listerine.
For
like
real.
the-
Many people died.
Nailed it.
Clean
Hospital.
up.
hospital cleaner.
Yeah.
100%. Real
Smell it
clean.
now.
I'm letting it sit while I get
It's,
you guys.
it's coming through. I smell
Yeah,
it, man.
it's morphine. There's a lot of stuff.
That's why I said it's changing. I said watch in 2 minutes, and I knew because it was like it's cool. This is a very unique one.
So it says distilled at Coahuila Distillery. You said Coahuila. Like, what does that mean exactly?
Coahuila is the name of the distillery.
It's just the
Yeah.
distillery itself. Okay.
That's fantastic.
And is that like, kind of like an MGP?
Let's give that
or
Hazel
no?
Burner run for
Or
the
is it
money.
just Coahuila's just the distillery, like a Jack Daniels, for example?
Yeah, same thing. Yeah,
Okay.
Coahuila is the name of the distillery, and they're they're on Isla. Yeah, that's delicious. I might like that better than the Hazel Burner.
Oh, this has been my favorite one thus far.
Damn.
Because
It's-
it's super complex.
That's what I'm about to say. The
and very
there's
unique.
layers to it.
Yeah.
So for that purpose alone, yeah, it's a lot more complex. It's good. I'm not mad at
And
it.
out of all the ones, Richard, that you had to like, if you had to like start somebody in Scotch today, which one would you choose beyond a reasonable doubt? Your life's on the line.
If I had to start somebody,
With the ones you have right there, like
That second one.
yeah, probably for the proof and approachability, and there not being
Overwhelmed.
a lot of smoke or
Yeah.
charcoal or anything that you could be perceived it's lower on the complexity scale, but it's easier on the
Approachability.
yeah
And drinkability.
yeah
That's the 19-year, correct?
yeah the 19-year.
That was super good.
Yeah.
It was like fruity.
Yep.
It was mellow.
That was my fruit roll-ups, right?
That was the third one.
That was the third one? Third one's the roll-ups?
What's funny though is
So that's how we
I'd
got so far in. I'm like, oh man, I'm losing track.
give the sweetest fruit note to this Coahuila. It's just after that it gets steamrolled by a whole bunch of mesquite, barbecue.
Yeah, you got to pick up on
Pine
it.
and like-
You got to pick up on it because it gets muted quick. But,
the
it's
first,
there.
Yeah, on the first sip, the first thing you get is that sweet fruit juice. Grape cranberry.
It's good.
I'm letting mine marry for a little bit, just hang out.
Yeah, grape cranberry sweetness all the way through, and then once you swallow it, you start getting
Yeah, like
pine, char,
now
smoke,
the smoke's kind of going away on the finish. For me,
bit of lemon oil,
it's good, man. There's a bunch of flavors in there, but
Leather.
espresso.
yeah, you could easily guzzle some of this without a problem.
That's
I
funny
agree.
too.
Well, you
I
have a
think it's
problem
like,
if you does it at all.
No, that's
I didn't say all. I said some.
Yeah, it's 55 too.
110.
Yeah,
110 4.
that's more familiar. I'm more familiar with those proof points.
Yeah, but there's no burn.
And do you think this would actually probably pair well with some actual barbecue?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
With some
Yeah.
smoked meat.
Yeah.
Bro, that was some smoked turkey would
Yeah.
pop. Or even a cigar too.
Absolutely.
Damn.
But bro, this is good.
Now, and was the last one that you let sit for a little
Think
bit?
about it, there's no burn.
Yeah.
What is your expectation with that?
That's
one?
crazy.
For 110
I just
proof,
wanted to
there's
let it
nothing.
get aerated and see how much it opens up or
None.
changes. See if it gets a little bit sweeter. I wanted the fruit note to come out more. I was hoping the charcoal thing would take a little bit more of a back seat.
Yeah, like with no water too.
Yeah. I haven't added any water to it. We still gotta go. We still
One
gotta get
more.
to this Highland Park.
Oh, we didn't do the Highland Park.
Highland Park's like
yeah.
one of the notoriously best scotches,
That's
right?
the island region, yeah.
I mean, but Highland Park, like people covet. They covet.
Yeah,
that
lots
brand.
of people love Highland Park.
This to me, in mine,
And I'm one of those.
it tastes like ash.
You getting brisket?
Well, yeah. So this of all the regions that we're gonna hit, that's gonna be the most smoke, peat, but also like a big cranberry grape thing up front that's sweet. Then that smoky mesquite barbecue thing. You get a pine a little bit.
Yeah.
Now I love the leather finish. A little bit of leather on the finish, or also like espresso. And then now even now the finish is like that clean, saline, hospital, antiseptic thing. Yeah.
I get that.
Sublime. That's
Yeah, the smoke goes away. It's more like you said, like an antiseptic cleaner.
He said an antiseptic cleaner.
Straight up, like a not Listerine, but like you said, like hospital.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can smell it. Like, hey, what are y'all cleaning here? Oh, we just cleaning our
Just
pallets.
like you remember when we were in high school, or not high school, but in school, and somebody would fucking upchuck and they come put that cleaner on it. You know that you'll never forget the smell of that cleaner.
That's so
This
funny,
is not
man.
that cleaner, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like everybody's experienced that at least one time. Because
Well, you have
The
to,
smell of that cleaner will make you want
crazy.
to throw up.
Yep.
Now this is a super cool one.
That was
Richard, in the middle of this, let me make sure we say thank you for this, guys.
Yeah.
Again, as we said, we're putting booze and foods together. I cook, Jimmy cooks sometimes, but what better way to share booze is breaking it down and let everybody literally show you the diversification in all of our palates and how we bring it together. This is some cool stuff. We're gonna do another episode in the second where I crack a few. Like you've had orange juice, so you know what that is. But
Yeah.
you don't remember tasting golden grains.
I don't think I've ever had golden grain.
So you're gonna try that.
Yeah.
And you know what? I got to be honest. You had 1911 before, haven't you? You blended it.
Miracle in 1911.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that one. For sure.
He about to say, did you blend it or they did?
I think Tim did that. I think I helped with like at the end, but I don't think I had any as much to do with that.
He still put his touch on it.
Okay, so and that's the last one that you have that you poured and let it open up.
No, we still got to do the Highland Park.
Well, which one is this?
This one is the
one that
Craig
we're
Elliott.
trying to figure out.
If it
You know,
were-
So we neck crack. This was a
It's
fresh
old.
crack today.
Oh yeah, that was the fruit.
And so
That's
this
the
is,
fruit roll.
that's the fruit roll one, and we want to see if it like that charcoal note kind of takes a bit more of a back seat and more fruit comes out.
we wanted to give it more time and more air because we felt like we ran through it too fast, and we both added water.
Yeah. And this is this.
That right there.
It's different. It's a peated Scotch.
Yeah.
Petey Pablo and them. That's
That's like it reminds me of Lafroy
Oh,
10.
This one's for North Carolina.
come on.
And like that's how Lafroy.
You stand on top of a car like this in Charlotte, North Carolina. One white guy into it. This one's for you.
That song used to hit.
Hey, it still does. Like this.
I know. I'm just saying these young kids don't know about it.
Hey, they sure don't. Boy, that girl, Petey Pablo, was the man, boy.
Yeah, he was. Timbo on the beats too.
Oh shit! So walk us through the Highland, man, so we can get familiar with this, because you said this is
Highland Park.
Yeah, this is the last region, depending upon who you ask. If you're one of the people that think there's only 5 regions, then the island region would be in the Highlands. But if you're not, then there's an island region as well. It's all of the islands kind of surrounding the mainland outside of Isla. There is kind of a smoke, brine, coastal elements on these. There would be like the Talisker Distillery, Erin, Tobermory, Lejeag, distilleries like that. And then this particular one is a 12-year-old single barrel pick that was done for specs. And it's a Highland Park, and I believe they're from the island of Orkney.
That's dope.
That dude just ran through like we was on an airplane saying, "Hey guys, listen, grab your citizens. We just want to let you know we thank you for saying." He like then he says, "And I think." He like, "Now you thinking? now you think?"
And the name, the island of Orkney, you said?
Smells good. Yep, island of Orkney.
Smells like a planet.
It is, man.
This smells good.
Golly, Richard, man, I tell you, man. These are the kinds of people who say, how many of us have them? Friends.
The proof on this one's up there too. I can't remember exactly what it is, but I think it's in the 60s. So of all the stuff that we've had, this will be the highest.
63.
Proof.
So this is
wow.
120 plus.
Yeah, this will be the highest. Proof.
126.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
And this is how old?
12. Yeah.
So you want to give this a little time too.
This is another first fill.
Okay.
Ooh, I know what that means now.
And you said the first fill means what? Because maybe I missed it. I was making food.
So
Yeah, so a lot of times, especially with the older scotches, they'll use a cask more than one time. Like some of the Glenfarclas stuff I've seen that they go like up to 40 years old. Sometimes it's second or third fill sherry barrels. First fill just means that as soon as they dump the sherry out, they fill it up with the scotch.
Oh, so that means it imparts tons of flavor, tons of color, everything you would want from a sherry
bro,
cask.
that thing is sick. I just took a baby sip because I want to let it chill, but that thing is good, man.
It's a good barrel.
Oh wow!
Now that's
Richard,
something I can get behind
Dude,
right
this
there.
smells is crazy.
Is it? You can buy this at the store?
It's gonna be a hard one to get. It's a barrel. It's a barrel pick. It's a barrel select. You know, it's a single barrel. So
I mean,
There's another one where
this smells like something from the blendery, man.
Hey,
it's very reminiscent of
As
it.
y'all
I
can
mean,
see,
it doesn't even smell like Scotch.
at all.
Or drink like Scotch.
here's another
Really?
one. As y'all can see, I've had plenty of this. And this is the best
It's in its
sip.
sweet spot.
It's the best sip out of this bottle I've had so far.
God, it's good,
just
bro.
Opened up, it's nice, it's sweet.
Yeah, this one of the ones where 12 years, 12 minutes. You're like, I don't need another minute for this.
Bro, this is good,
People
bro.
sleep on these, so if you got on the specs,
wake up.
got in the specs chain, you might be able to find one. So there might still be
good.
one in a case somewhere. you
That's
know?
good.
Yeah.
That's interesting,
It's
man.
super
That's
good,
sweet.
dude.
That's sweet. You ain't lying about this.
This one's got a little bit of smoke, but to me, it's more like just like a matchstick. Like you just like you know what I mean?
That
Like
shit
it's
tastes
not
like American
I love
whiskey
it.
to me.
Yeah.
I hear it, man. It made complete sense to me.
Yeah.
The nose is crazy. I'm getting like,
There's a nice honey
maybe like a pear.
for sure. Yeah. Lots of fruit.
Yeah. God, it's so good, bro.
Man, for one,
I think that's my favorite one today.
yeah, that's it. Like I would, if I had the money, them ones I'd buy like 10 of.
Yeah.
Just because for a fact you could turn around and give this to people. Say it's Scotch, they're not familiar with Scotch. You go.
I'm not
it
giving
drinks-
that to nobody. I'm
love
sorry.
that
I'm gonna give it
chocolate
to you. Come over. You can have some.
I like
But I ain't giving them away. Them good.
That's a
I'm
good
big on this
chocolate.
Coelho one
When
right
I
here.
say give, I mean give them a
I like
swig.
that was my favorite.
Okay, cool.
Give them a little pour. They ain't
Come
taking-
on over for a swig.
Yeah.
Pile on in. But you ain't leaving.
They ain't
with
taking it
the
to the crib.
No.
This is at my house.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good. Real good.
Dude,
Yeah, that's my
that is-
favorite one today.
So your favorite was the Highland Park,
Yeah.
and you as well.
So far, I like the Highland Park in the first one,
Yeah.
but for sure this one by far, if I had to choose, I said it out loud, like I would buy 12 of those bottles if I could.
Yeah, I'd buy a case of those.
Yeah,
for
just
sure.
because you go, oh wow, that if I was going to introduce somebody to Scotch, that the other ones, some of them were Scotch, some of them didn't taste like Scotch. As we talked about, this one right here is super good, easy drinker, but I didn't get Scotch notes, even though it's Scotch. This feels like Scotch at the very end, but up front it has a bourbon slash wheat component to me personally.
It's sweet.
It's the sweetness, so the flavor's there, and you go, wow. I mean, I just took it to the head. I ain't gonna lie.
It doesn't drink like a Scotch to me at all.
At all, but it's that last bit at the end where you're like, okay, I can taste the Scotch.
The only thing that the nose is
Orange chocolate.
Yeah, the nose to me is scotchy.
It's also the facial expressions when
But-
he says this.
Hey, I know.
Dead serious.
But I
too.
get
No, that's the
chocolate
point.
for sure.
Yeah.
You want them to be excited about that, like, oh wow, that makes sense. Like that's phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Look,
that's
again, thank you a ton for bringing these because we don't know anything, guys. If you're at the early stages of this page, it's kind of like when I was teaching people about on like dogs and the dog stuff. Everybody thought they knew until they didn't. Then I bridged the gap between how to take care of your dogs. In this case, this fucking Scotch whiskey, the blendery, the Georgie Stag we were drinking. What's another one we had?
William LaRue.
Oh yeah,
William LaRue. Like I couldn't.
That Goldfin 107 from 79.
There's nothing I could have done to create that moment the other day at the blender.
Oh man. That was getting goosebumps without even sipping it yet. Yeah, that GTS from 07, it's just like as soon as I
Oh, 07,
That's the whiskey
09.
butterflies.
And that goes back to, man, what a great seat to be sitting in around people who are aficionados.
Well, not only that, they share. It's like,
Man, even here, that's why I was like, my buddy hadn't had great whiskey. He's like his favorite is Maker's Mark. I'm like, oh my god.
that's good. But I understand. He needs to be get a little more eclectic with
So I
it.
said to him, look, I was never gonna open these bottles. This is my golden grains. So I was
What do
never.
you think about him?
He said he could taste it, but he choked because it hit the epiglottis in the wrong way. because he went to
Oh,
swing
hit the dangle. It's like call from the cartoons. Ruin your day, especially if you hit it with something like this, like 62, 63%.
Oh yeah, you take it down the wrong pipe, it sucks.
It'll throw off the whole day.
It's an hour for me. After an hour, I'm drinking again.
That being said, Richard, anything else they need to know about Scotch that you want them to know? And again, thank you a ton for sharing your collection with us. Been a hell of an episode, people. We're gonna get into get his burger and all that other stuff, but for the most part, man, what a good fucking Monday.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite. Good one there, that Highland Park.
Walk them through one more time what they're getting, where to get these from, and things to look out for when they're trying to get into Scotch, man.
So I guess the thing is the biggest takeaway from all of this is outside of Scotch is good and drink it and enjoy it and share it with your friends, and outside of the fact that part of some of my favorite Scotches are heavily sherried. The other thing that take away from today is that a little bit of the flavor profile in the Scotch that you're tasting has to do with the region that it's from, and so if you're drinking something that's by the sea, it can kind of taste like it's by the sea. If you're drinking that's from something that's kind of more centrally inland, you're not going to taste some of that salinity or the maritime stuff or the ocean spray or things like that. Yeah. And then outside of that, outside of the region where it is geographically, every distillery imparts its own kind of characteristic on the way it makes its whiskey and the way things taste, from their methods to how many times they distill things to whether or not they have a malting floor to peat, just a million different things. So get out there, get your feet wet, try new things, share it with your friends, and that's what it's all about.
There you have it, man. Well, as always, people, we've got the Fan Bam here, we've got the Whiskey Rebel, we've got the Whiskey Wizard, man. Once again, the Wizard came through. I'm just Mr. Whiskey himself, people. Keep it whiskey.
Cheers.